Sarah left the old wooden house, where the mysteries of the Whitaker family and the whispers of the past still echoed in every corner. She stepped outside with a whirlwind of emotions, her heart pounding as she realized that the atmosphere around Blackwood Forest had changed. After hours of searching through the abandoned house, she felt as if something was awakening, like the past and present were merging into one. On the narrow path leading deeper into the forest, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Every step, every gust of wind rustling through the leaves, carried the echoes of whispers from an unknown source. She recalled Mr. Henry's warning and the eerie diary entries of Jonathan, the man who had once lived through similar events. Fear mixed with curiosity compelled her to move forward, even though she knew deep down that this forest harbored things beyond the realm of humans. As the light faded with the approaching dusk, darkness began to creep in from all directions. Sarah could sense the presence of shadowy figures, gliding through the trees like chilling breezes. She slowed her steps, listening intently, trying to distinguish the sounds around her. Suddenly, a soft, yet commanding voice echoed in her mind. "We are the spirits guarding this forest. You have trespassed upon our sacred land." The voice sent a shiver down Sarah's spine. She turned around, but there was no one in sight. In that moment, she realized that the voice was not reaching her ears, but resonating directly within her mind. Hesitantly, she asked, "Who are you? Why are you watching me?" There was no audible response, yet the voice echoed once more, this time with a solemn tone. "If you truly wish to understand, prove your sincerity. Help us break the curse that has imprisoned our souls for decades." The words felt like a haunting challenge. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest, but within her, a spark of determination ignited. Despite her fear, she knew this was her only chance to unravel the mystery that had haunted this land for so long. To piece together the past through the fragments she had learned from Mr. Henry's tales and the old diary pages. Her next steps led her into a dense part of the forest, where sunlight barely pierced through the thick canopy above. With each step, she felt the cold creeping into her bones and the whispers growing louder. The shadowy figures, ghostly and enigmatic, became more visible along the edges of the path. At times, Sarah felt an invisible gaze following her, filling her with an unbearable sense of unease. Then, in a fleeting moment, she stopped in a small clearing and spotted a large stone engraved with strange symbols, the same markings she had seen in Jonathan's diary. She lightly touched its cold surface, feeling an unusual energy flowing through her fingertips. Suddenly, the whispers intensified, as if the entire forest was reacting to her presence. A deep sense of unease settled in her chest, yet she knew this could be the key to breaking the curse. Follow the light of sincerity. Prove that you are worthy of the truth. The voice echoed again, soft yet resolute. With no other choice, Sarah decided to accept the challenge. Taking a deep breath, she steeled herself for what lay ahead. The spirits around her seemed to calm, shifting from wary observers to silent witnesses. The atmosphere became eerily still. Only the sound of the wind through the trees and her own footsteps remained. With a heart weighed down by fear but fueled by determination, Sarah realized that this journey was more than just uncovering an ancient mystery. It was a journey of self-discovery, of confronting her deepest fears and proving her courage. The footsteps she took in Blackwood Forest now carried not only her own hopes, but also the lingering echoes of trapped souls yearning for freedom. Chilling encounter with the guardian spirits of the forest, Sarah began receiving cryptic guidance from the whispers in her mind. Every time she paused, the voices would return, leading her toward the origin of the curse, an ancient cave believed to be the center of the supernatural occurrences within Blackwood Forest. Sarah followed the scattered pieces of clues. She recalled the image of the abandoned wooden cabin, Jonathan's journal entries, and the strange symbols carved into the stone, all seemingly connecting to form a larger picture. Her journey took her across small streams and through dense woodland, where the sounds of nature intertwined with the eerie whispers of the past. After hours of exhausting travel, as night fell and the sky shimmered with faint stars, Sarah spotted a narrow ravine covered in vines and moss. She instinctively knew this was the place the spirits had mentioned, the Cave of the Curse. With a mix of anxiety and hope, she stepped into the ravine. Inside the cave, the air was damp and chilling. Sarah turned on her flashlight, casting a dim glow over the ancient stone walls, which were covered in strange inscriptions written in a script unlike any she had ever seen. In the center of the cave stood a large stone altar, surrounded by ancient artifacts, ceramic cups, half-burned candles, and shattered stone figurines. Sarah knelt by the altar and opened her small notebook, where she had carefully recorded every clue since leaving the wooden cabin. She realized that breaking the curse required performing an ancient ritual, a ceremony once carried out by members of the Whitaker family, as she had learned from old records and the stories of local villagers. With the help of the spirits, whose whispers now seemed to guide her every step, Sarah began gathering the ingredients for the ritual. She searched the cave for relics long forgotten, a small ceramic jar filled with sacred spring water, a miniature stone carving of an unfamiliar deity, and a few dried leaves from the ancient tree outside the cave. Each item seemed to hold a piece of the past, a fragment of the soul's yearning for freedom. Once everything was assembled, Sarah returned to the altar. She carefully placed each object in a specific order, following the inspiration drawn from the symbols on the stone walls. Lighting a few candles, she initiated the ritual. Reading from the words she had pieced together from Jonathan's notes and the ancient records she had uncovered in the Ravenswood Library. In the eerie silence, with only the sound of the wind howling and the soft rustling of paper, Sarah spoke, her whispers blending with the cave's echoes. "Spirits of this forest, reveal to me the pain and suffering buried through the centuries. Let the light of compassion and truth shine forth, breaking the chains of the curse that binds us." As soon as her words filled the space, the cave trembled lightly. The candle flames flickered, their glow dancing as if signaling an imminent event. Sarah felt the presence of a supernatural force, both comforting and chilling, as though the spirits were drawing near, ready to listen and guide her. In that moment, she heard a whisper. "Believe in yourself. Let your sincerity pave the path to liberation." These words soothed her fears and filled her with newfound strength. With unwavering focus, Sarah continued the ritual, her voice illuminating the darkness of the cave. The symbols on the stone walls began to glow faintly, as if unlocking their long-lost meaning. Time seemed to slow, each passing second stretching within the sacred space. Sarah felt the cool mist clinging to her skin, yet inside, a fire of determination and compassion burned brightly. She completed the ritual with the belief that through the power of love and courage, the curse would be broken, and the lost souls would finally find their way to the light. 9 hikers found dead in the snow,